Everybody thinks running an Airbnb business is on easy money until they start. Hi, my lovelies, it's Sharon here, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. I know, it's been ages, but you know what? I'm back again with the truth, not the lies. So, on today's episode, I will be telling you about things people don't tell you about running an Airbnb business in Ghana. Right, my lovelies, let's go straight to the point. I ain't wasting no time. But if you don't know who I am, my name is Sharon and I'm the CEO and founder of Sherlock's Property Company Limited. We rent, manage and sell properties all over Ghana and Dubai. Looking forward to going to other countries as well. Step by step. Now let's get serious. One thing that people don't tell you about running an Airbnb business in Ghana is that income is not consistent. Yes. Don't go into Airbnb expecting 1,000 back every month. My darling, that's not how it works. Airbnb business in Ghana is a seasonal business. In January, you may be expecting $10. In February, you may get only $5. In March, you may get $1,000. In April, you may get $1,500. And in June, I don't know, is April, May, you get like $2. That's how it works, guys. It is inconsistent and it runs through everywhere. Even if you're in the UK, even if you're in America, that's how it works. Airbnb is a seasonal sort of business, but that does not mean you should give up, baby. You shouldn't give up. But rather, what you should do is to do your best. If you see yourself having or owning an Airbnb business, all you have to do is to do your best. Giving up is not an option, my darling. I'm coming with nothing but a hard truth today. I'm sorry. So in conclusion, don't expect a consistent pay. I know I've mentioned this in one of my previous videos, but one thing that people don't tell you about running an Airbnb business is the location. It is very important to have your Airbnb business or Airbnb properties in a very popular location in Accra, Ghana. East Legon, Cantonment, Airport Residential. Location is very, very important. I do advise people to get a property that has a pool, that has a gym, all these amenities. It helps you to get a lot of bookings. That takes me to the third thing that people don't tell you about running an Airbnb business. Competition. Airbnb business right now in Ghana, the competition is crazy. Expect some competition. So at this point, if you're scared of competition, then I'm sorry, Airbnb business is not for you. That's what I'm saying. I'm coming with a hard truth. So I'm being nothing but honest and truthful to you guys. Competition in Ghana is so high. There are a lot of properties. I couldn't even say all the properties in our class are on Airbnb right now. So the competition is so high. If you think that you are that person that doesn't like to compete, then if you go into this business, you're going to be depressed. I'm so sorry to say, but that's the truth. But if you think you can stand in the competition and compete with these properties with like tall building with a rooftop, if you think that you can compete with them, then come, let's do the business. Let's make money together. I'm not saying there's no money in Airbnb. Like anyone that says there's no money in Airbnb, the person is a liar. But don't expect consistent pay. Another thing that people don't tell you about running an Airbnb business in Ghana is that you need an audience. Yes, you need an audience. This business, right? If you are not a social media person, it would not benefit you. It would not benefit you at all. You need the audience. You need to grow your page on TikTok. You need to grow your page on Instagram. You need to grow your page on whatever social media that you can grow for people to see what you're doing. Airbnb business, as I said, competition is so high. So if you do not grow your page for other people to see, it's going to be so hard for you to get bookings. Else your bookings will be so limited. What I mean by limited is that you would only get bookings from Airbnb or booking.com, which is not something that is consistent. Again, I'm using the word consistent. But yeah, it's very, very important for you to build your audience through your social media so that people will get to know your property. I get so many inquiries from TikTok. I'm building an audience. That is what I'm doing for my business to grow and reach out to different people. That is why I'm advising you to also not just go into the business because you feel like, oh yeah, I just want to go into the business. I'm not a social media person, then I'm so sorry. This business is not for you. But if you think that you can grow this business, then you should start growing your audience now. Another important thing that they don't tell you about is that it is so important to have electricity in your property. An advice to my potential host out there: do not rely on Ghana's electricity. Mr. President, don't come for me. I'm only being honest. But rather, you need to have some extra source of electricity, which could be a generator in your property. Another thing that you should also consider, which is very, very important, is that find an apartment which is already in a property that has a generator. So you don't have to buy or use your money to buy a generator. So don't be scared. There are a lot of options out there, okay? I'm not saying use your money to buy a generator. There are a lot of options out there, my darling. Don't be scared. Lastly, I want to talk about guest and cancellation. So this is two things that I've joined together. Please do expect some guests that will stress you. But you know what? Whenever they come with the stress, just be calm. Just be calm. Because sometimes guests can stress you and it would really provoke you to say something that you are not meant to say. Because remember, it can affect you in your review. And that can affect your booking rate as well. It would let your booking rates go down. So you need to learn how to be patient with guests. When guests come with the complaints, you need to listen. Okay, like people don't tell you how guests could be cursing, guests would be sorting, guests could be a little bit, too much. But you know what? Don't give up once again. Just try and be patient. Listen to whatever the guest is saying and work towards it, or like work to overcome such problems. Do you know what I mean? Make sure those problems don't come up again. Now, cancellation. Any guest that cancels can affect your mental health, especially when they book through Airbnb. Airbnb cancellation, especially when the guest has cancelled when the money has already been paid. One thing that you don't want it to happen to you is when a guest books your place and later on cancels, and Airbnb has already made the payment to you. Guys, it has happened to me before, so I'm talking from experience. It was so hard because right now that I'm talking to you right now, the money is gone. I've invested the money to like some trip, or you send the money to like your mother somewhere, and now Airbnb is asking you to pay the money back. But you know what? The thing is, Airbnb does not ask you to pay the money back directly. What Airbnb does is that whenever you get potential booking, Airbnb does not give you the money, and Airbnb keeps the money. Guys, honestly, I don't wish that anyone gets into that situation. I've been in that situation and I'm never going into that situation ever. No, ever, because it's so, so, so stressful. How to overcome that situation is to make sure that your place meets what the guest is looking for. In my situation, let me tell you a story. So this guest booked my place, and unfortunately I got the same booking on booking.com. I did not cancel the date, so it became like a double booking. So I accepted the booking.com one on first into my property, and the one on Airbnb, I was trying to get another property because all my property was fully booked. So I was trying to get another property for her, and she said, "Oh, I'm not getting any property for you, so I need my money back." And bear in mind, Airbnb has already paid the money, and I've invested the money into my trip. What are you chatting about? But yeah, that was where it came from. So make sure that if it gets its booking on Airbnb, you need to block the night on booking.com, because that is something that I normally do. I normally miss that thing. Please try and make sure that people or like guests are not booking the same date on your platforms, because here is a case where you have a property on booking.com, you have a property on Airbnb. Make sure that any date that a guest would book has been blocked on booking.com, else that means it's a double booking. So if the other guest comes, you might not find a place for them to stay, and then they'll cancel the booking and Airbnb is asking for the money. In this case, it affects your potential booking. So please be careful. Okay, we have come to the end of this episode. Trust me, any gist that I'm getting, I'm coming straight here. I know the consistency is really a problem right now, but you know what? I don't hide the truth. I make sure that anything that I hear, anything that I experience, I come and share with all you lovely people and all you lovely potential hosts. A lot of people are reaching out to me, asking me about Airbnb. I really do appreciate you all coming to me, and I hope that my messages has been very, very helpful to you all. If you have any questions, please do DM me, message me anywhere. All my information will be in the comment section or down below. So please do message me, ask me any question that you want to ask, share your ideas, talk about your experience. Let's have fun and make money. Okay, we've come to the end of this round. I hope that I've been able to answer all your questions and all your problems that you may be sort of like, it may be going through your head. Well, the end. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks for watching my potential billionaires and millionaires, and bye for now. Bye.